We've all been there. You're locked in on defense, feeling confident, and then, boom. The ball handler drops a nasty crossover, your ankles give out, and you're left looking at the back of their jersey while the crowd goes wild. Getting crossed hurts. It's embarrassing, and honestly, it ruins your confidence for the rest of the game. But here is the hard truth. Getting crossed isn't happening because you're slow. It's happening because you're biting on the wrong cues. You're guessing instead of reacting, and you're letting the offensive player dictate the physics of the play. I used to get shaken up all the time until I stopped looking at the basketball and started studying human anatomy. Today, I'm going to break down the exact defensive blueprint that will make you completely uncrossable. We're talking about the footwork, the eyes, and the mental tricks that turn you from a defensive liability into an absolute clamp god. Let's get into it. First things first, what are you actually looking at when you guard someone? If your answer is the basketball, you've already lost. The ball is a liar. Elite scorers use ball wraps, heavy hesitations, and manipulation to make you think they're going left when they are really going right. If you watch the ball, you're chasing a ghost. Instead, you need to lock your eyes onto one specific target, the defender's midsection or hips. Think about the physics of the human body. A player can fake a crossover with their hands. They can fake a drive with a head twitch. They can even fake a step with one foot while keeping their momentum centered. But a human being cannot physically travel to the rim without bringing their hips and midsection with them. Wherever the hips go, the player goes. When you lock your vision right onto their belt buckle, all the extra noise disappears. The flashy crossovers, the between-the-legs setups, the shoulder shakes, they all become useless background static. If their hips don't move forward or sideways, they haven't actually gone anywhere. Lock your eyes on the core, and you instantly neutralize 90% of their playmaking setup. Now that your eyes are right, let's talk about your base. A lot of players get crossed because they stand too tall or keep their feet too close together. When you stand up straight, your center of gravity is incredibly high, making it take twice as long to change direction. To understand why defenders get beat, we have to look at the angles of the feet. Defensive footwork habit impact on the play the result. Flat-footed stance destroys your reaction time, requires a delay to push off. You get blown by instantly. Reaching with your upper body throws your center of gravity completely off balance. You stumble or fall when they counter. Wide, active base on toes allows immediate lateral force generation. You slide cleanly and cut off the drive. You want your feet slightly wider than shoulder width apart, and you must stay on the balls of your feet. But here is the secret sauce, the concept of the lead foot and the high hip. You should almost never guard an elite ball handler completely square. You want to force them a specific direction, usually toward their weak hand or toward your defensive help. If you're forcing them left, your right foot should be slightly forward. This establishes your angle. When they attempt to cross back against your stance, you don't lung with your upper body. At the end of the day, stopping the crossover comes down to discipline over impulse. It's choosing to look at the quiet hips instead of the loud, dancing basketball. It's trusting your lateral footwork instead of reaching with your arms. Go into your next pickup game or practice with this mindset. Stay low, dictate the angle, watch the midsection, and beat them to the spot. Once players realize they can't shake you with basic misdirection, their entire offensive rhythm breaks down. Put these tips into practice, lock in on the details, and watch how fast people stop calling for ISOs when you're on the floor. If you found this breakdown helpful, make sure to hit that subscribe button, drop a like, and let me know in the comments what defensive issues you're struggling with next. Get out on the court, get to work, and I'll see you in the next video.